Hey guys, Evan Ork here, back with another video, and it is a new setup. Am I gonna say goodbye to the good old setup, the one where I sit on my chair that I'm literally looking at this way? No, absolutely not. I mean, I love that setup. It's really cool. You got all the cool background stuff. Maybe I'll just do some switch arounds with my setups. That's why, like a lot of Godzilla fans do actually, they have their collection behind me, and I never really thought of that until today. So we're not gonna be using this for a video that I've always kind of wanted to make but never got around to doing it until today because I have a day off from school today. Anyways, that video is going to be discussing why I think Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, is the best Godzilla movie. Now, why do I think this? Well, it's simple. I say so. You know? It's kind of it. So, see you guys later. Bye. Okay, but all kidding aside, I rewatched it today, and I rewatched it to gather my opinions. You know, ever since I was young, I saw it and really thought to myself, this is the best Godzilla movie. And I know what all of you are gonna say. It's an average Godzilla film. Why would anyone think that stands out in, like, any capacity? Again, not looking at the cinematic technology aspect, I'm looking at it for its simple appeal to me into becoming my favorite Godzilla movie, and I'm gonna be giving you 3 big reasons why in this video. First reason, plot uniqueness. Now, what does plot uniqueness mean? It kind of is self-explanatory, but it pretty much means, look, you have a movie, the plot is unique, and because it's unique, it stands out as a movie that you can always remember. Now, when I look at past Godzilla films, I like to think of Godzilla films like the first Godzilla film, Godzilla 1954, a masterpiece. But it's the movies after it that I'm gonna ask you to focus on when I bring up this point. So what comes after Godzilla 1954? Well, we have Godzilla Reigns Again. What happens in Godzilla Reigns Again? Godzilla fights Anguirus. What happens in the next movie after that? Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla fights Kong. Godzilla versus Mothra. Godzilla fights Mothra. And what happens in the movie after that, my friends?
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da 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 da.
Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, is a movie that is not 1 and 2 kaijus fighting, but 3 kaijus teaming up to fight against one big foe. We have also the fact that in this movie, there is a woman who claims she's from Venus. Of course, this is kind of like a possessed sort of thing where she's taken over by this soul who was from Venus and warns about King Ghidorah, but the actual body she takes over is this princess of a country. Selgina, or Selgina, I really don't know how it's pronounced, so sorry about that. Although meanwhile, Godzilla rises from the ocean to wreak havoc across Japan. Rodan does the same thing. Mothra is called to kind of stop all the chaos, which involves Godzilla, Rodan, and King Ghidorah. And it's pretty much an all-out monster clash, except at the end they all team up to fight King Ghidorah. And all of those things teamed up with the fact that this princess of a country is possessed by a lady from Venus and all that. Again, sounds like weird, but it works. It for some reason is such a convoluted story that it makes you kind of love it in a way. So let's move on to the second reason. That second reason is pacing. You look at pacing in previous Godzilla films, and it really is lots of the same thing. There's an issue with a kaiju, Japan, wreaking havoc across cities. Bunch of reporters and scientists all team up to try and stop the kaiju, but in the end, they're not the ones to fix it. Godzilla's the one to fix the issue because Godzilla kills the other kaiju, or at least the other kaiju runs off, and so forth. And in many ways, admittedly, this movie does it too. However, what they do well is they show all these kaijus wreaking havoc in several scenes while also having the scenes with the doctors and the therapists and the police. So again, you have a scene, let's say, of characters talking, reconciling about what they're gonna do. All of a sudden, it cuts to Rodan attacking a city, and then it cuts back. You can just get a sense of, oh my god, the kaijus are getting closer and closer to their final battle until the final battle happens. It's not like this thing where literally all the movie is just humans talking, and then finally at the end, Godzilla and kaijus fight. Now granted, I am a big fan of human stories in Godzilla films, but come on, when you're a little kid and this is happening to you, it's like being interrogated by like a police force. You're just kind of like, can I just see the kaijus now? Now, when you get older, you appreciate all the scenes in movies because you want to give it a watch, of course, you want to give it a try. But this isn't, of course, how you felt when you were 8 or 9. It's certainly not how I felt. The third reason, like everyone says, last but not least, establishing Godzilla's future role in every single Godzilla movie. Now, how could I come up with that? How could I come up with a wacky idea like that this movie defines the way Godzilla is in all movies? Well, of course, I can't make the accusation that this was done intentionally. I think it was obviously indirect, but it still did exactly what I said it was gonna do. Now, where's the proof? We look at these past Godzilla films and we see Godzilla like an anti-hero. Matter of fact, some of us don't even know where he stands. We even root for some of the kaijus he's fighting. It's obvious that in Mothra vs. Godzilla, people want to lean towards Mothra to win. It's obvious in King Kong vs. Godzilla that people want to lean towards King Kong to win. It's obvious that in all these scenarios, we think Godzilla is the villain, but in this movie, it actually established that yes, Godzilla is a havoc-wreaking kaiju. We can't trust Godzilla. We think Godzilla is a dangerous kaiju to society, but Godzilla does his part to take down the foes that are worse than him and that threaten humanity and the Earth. This tradition is followed by nearly all future Godzilla movies. All of them. I mean, all of them. But most movies, like Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, like Terror of Mechagodzilla, like Godzilla vs. Ghidorah, like Godzilla vs. Gigan. Know which movie started that? This movie! This movie did that. This, my friends, is what began that tradition. This is the tradition that was followed by every Godzilla movie where it showed Godzilla as a kaiju. Dangerous, bad, but in the end, reconciled with humanity, with the other kaijus that might be in future Godzilla movies, to defeat kaijus that are obviously even more evil, obviously don't care about humanity, obviously just want to destroy everything. Again, indirect, I know, this movie didn't think ahead of time when they made this, but it still did a hell of a job in doing what I said it was going to do and what I think it did right for its third reason. Another thing that's kind of obvious, and this isn't even a point, so many Godzilla movies kind of copy off of the style of this movie because they have to know deep down it's so good. Literally the direct sequel, Invasion of Astro Monsters, does a better job at explaining UFOs, but in the end is still Godzilla destroying King Ghidorah along with Rodan in the movie and so forth. So does King of the Monsters, a movie that came out 3 years ago. It has the same kaijus. Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, and gee, what do they do at the end of the movie? They defeat King Ghidorah and everyone honors Godzilla. Where could we have ever seen that before, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh. Sorry, I know I'm being a little bit cocky about this, I don't mean to, but it's just, come on guys, you gotta agree with me here that if you don't think it's the best Godzilla movie, which is fine, we should all respect our opinions here, it is certainly good. It's certainly a good Godzilla movie, and this is the part where I'm gonna be a little bit more serious now. So anyways guys, that is the real 3 reasons why I think this Godzilla movie is the best Godzilla movie of all time. Again, technology-wise, you can argue that the cinematics of Shin Godzilla, of Heisei Godzilla films are better than this. The effects and everything, yeah, of course you can. But if you want to talk about the simplicity of it, the fact that this movie meant so much to so many Godzilla fans if you might have seen this at my age, like at 8, then you would understand that this is a movie worth respecting if you at least don't think it's the best Godzilla movie like I do. So again guys, that's really all I have to say about this video. I really don't make Godzilla discussion videos often. I like to keep things centered around projects that I make, not around actual Godzilla cinema that's already out there. But if you like these kinds of videos, you know, drop down in the comment section if you want me to keep making them. I personally think they're kind of fun. I like the way I made this within like 20 minutes. I've kind of been looking at the clock like down there sometimes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later and bye-bye.